All right, everyone. Uh, Devon Bell, CEO and founder of Global Currencies. Real quick, in my last video, I covered, how to set your global client EA settings, and now what I'm going to do is show you how to change them for specific traders. And what that'll do is that'll override these settings based on that trader. And if you don't set settings for, each individual trader, the traders whose EA settings are highlighted as off, on these red boxes, um, they'll use these, the global client EA settings. But my last video, I talked about this account not being verified, and now we can see that it is. All the traders were highlighted in dark gray. Now they're just gray, and some are green. So I'm gonna follow myself real quick. All right, and I'm gonna go over, some settings that I suggest you use, when following my trades. Um, Whether it's a lot multiplier or a fixed lot size, you, I'm gonna show you the right numbers to put in. All right, so if you're gonna do a fixed lot size, even though it says equity, I really want you to focus on your account balance. Um, if you have more equity than your account balance, that's good. It gives you an extra cushion. Um, it gives you better margins. All right, and for every $100, I want you to do a fixed lot size of 0.01. All right, so at $200, that's 0.02, 300, 0.03. At 1,000, that's zero point 0.1, 2,000, that's zero point 0.2, etc. All right, so going back into the actual settings, if you do a lot multiplier at $100, you do one. All right. Um, the re if you had $1,000, then you would do 10. The reason why I suggest a fixed lot size, um, this account is really just going to, I'm just gonna stick with placing point oh 0.01s, and practice good risk management. Um, Practice gaining as many pips as possible. I still suggest use a fixed lot size just for this account. All right, and then everything else, remains. Don't select copy all currently open positions. I have positions open right now. Um, the market's getting ready to open up here in a couple minutes. Um, don't select that option. Um, Now let's say you have less than $100, right? Because that wasn't on the list. If you have less than $100, then put in a max trades input. All right, so if you have $70, then do a maximum of 5 to 7 trades. You know, and then once you get to $100, you can go ahead and take it out. Come back in here and put zero. All right, if you have like 25 to $50, um, you know, do about three to five max trades, and then again, you know, once it increases, add more max trades, or once it puts you over $100, just go ahead and put zero back in. All right, and my focus is really on margins. That's why I'll place instead of just a point 0.1 lot, I'll use 10.01s over a given period of time. That way, um, I'll place a few trades, and as my equity increases, from the profit on those trades, I'll open up new positions. That way it's technically, always profiting. Um, and it's not eating away at my margins. On a $100 account, with the right leverage, you can place a point 0.1 lot size. But in the market, if you got people trading against you, which you do, you have, brokers, money makers, other financial institutions, they place a couple trades against you, a few pips in the wrong direction and now your account is blown. Or you're using too much of your margins and your margin level hits, 40 to 50% depending on your broker, and they'll just shut you out of the trade and you lose all that money. It goes right to their pockets. All right. So that's a little bit of my style as far as risk to reward and margin trading. Um, and for your margin limit, you know, I usually would do I would say do 65%. Um, if you want to increase the risk a little bit more, then do 85%. All right. Um, everything else is, I mean, everything else, except if, on this account, since it's only, well, it's at 200 plus now, about to be 300. Um, but I'm not going to be trading, gold, oil, natural gas, any of the indices. All right, so you don't really have to worry about that. But if first, if you see a pair that I trade that you don't like, then you would put that in here. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hit save. All right, we see the people that I'm following are highlighted in green. The people who I have specific settings that'll override the global client EA settings. All right, I could tell that by seeing that they're on right here. You know, and for any trader, if you have $100 in your account, um, let's in this instance, actually I'll use a lot multiplier. I'll trade 10% of whatever Damon trades. Um, but since I know that Damon trades gold, all right, I'll put in XAU USD under don't trade pairs, or however it appears from your broker. Some brokers you just have to type in gold. Whatever that symbol is for your broker is what you type in here. Um, the market just opened up. All right, so yeah, if you haven't watched my last video on the when I went over all of this, then I might be speaking a different language to you. Um, but I mean that pretty much covers it. You know, that pretty much covers it. My goal. These are the numbers that I was aiming for. All right, these four trades, they're sitting at a little less than 100 pips each. They should go up. I left my trades in over the weekend, so we'll kind of see what that gap does. All right. Um, but for the rest of them, 24, 33, 43, 55, or 53, 64, 72, 80, and then, the rest are 100, 100 up pretty much, except that one. All right, but the goal is to make enough pips to where you're profitable, no matter, what your lot size is. Um, all right, and so, yeah, I mean, that pretty much covers it, guys. Stay tuned for my next video. All right.